I'm sorry for doing this because I miss Yu-Gi-Oh.
So do I. Do you know Yu-Gi-Oh never went away?
Really?
Yeah, no. It just got crazier and crazier. Anyway, let's talk about Kaiba. Seto Kaiba is a fictional dickhead from the Yu-Gi-Oh series known for his arrogant demeanour, his Colgate white pimp coat, and for being a smug bellend. Did you also know that he was inspired by a real guy who was also a smug bellend?
For anyone who doesn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, how would you describe it?
Well, it was based on a manga that was about child gambling that is now inexplicably a multi-billion-dollar media empire. Did you know that? The original manga's about gambling.
No.
Yeah. Also, in the original manga, the card game wasn't a big deal until they realised it was popular.
Jesus.
So I think Yugi is supposed to be king of games, so that's why he's good at everything.
Yeah.
And it's just he beats someone at a card game, but he's also good at everything else.
That's blowing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, that's why they have that bit after is it the Island arc? Where they play Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to introduce here's a new game we can push, and then no one liked Dungeon Dice Monsters. They bring it back to the cards.
Yeah.
Although I will say I once nearly lost my shit when my mate was round and said, I need to increase my crest pool for my dice. And I'm like, the fuck? How do you know that reference?
That's a keen player there.
Increase your crest pool, Carl. Oh man, so good. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So before we move on, let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And you said you liked it, but how much did you like Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think at my peak was when I used to go to school with my deck. I was ready to throw down.
Oh, at any time.
But I took that battle arm thing.
No, you had one of those.
I had one of those.
Oh man, I wanted one of those for so long and we couldn't afford it.
So I looked right bellend when everyone sat down.
You look so cool. Don't get it wrong.
Everyone was sat down at the tables, all with the cards on the game mats.
Yeah.
And I'm that bellend who stood up in the position.
That's so good. It's I want one of those now. Because I want to have one just to have it on my wall. So when people come out and watch that and go, you know what it is. It's there for when it's time.
I sold mine on eBay, so it is out there somewhere.
I want so bad. I just want to have it just to wear it around the street, see if anyone questions it. Do you like ironic, really shitty Gaudi watches that people have? I want to get just that and customize, have a watch on it or something. Bring back, what was it called again? It's not the dual disc, is it? That was the frisbee that you threw.
Yeah, I can't
What was
remember.
it called? Oh, someone's yelling at us now.
You know what I'm on about, though, don't you?
Mate, everyone knows what you're talking about.
I just can't remember what it was called.
If I saw a guy with one of them walking on the street now, I'd just go, I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's walking on the street just not drowning in pussy right now. What an absolute fucking godlord that man is. Fucking hell. Nisha just sat over in the corner, look, she could not give less of a fuck about any of this.
I'm trying to see what thing's called.
I just know that if I had one, I'd wear it to dates just to see. Because I know you can immediately know if you're compatible with someone if they recognise what it is. And they go, oh, that's awesome. Like, ugh.
Marry me.
Wife that person. Anyway, so to bring it back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Within the context of the story, Seto Kaiba is an egomaniacal, multi-billionaire and ruthless CEO of just this ginormous, multinational company. And in the series, Kaiba's an arsehole. But in the manga, the guy is certifiably insane. So do you know anything about Kaiba's backstory in the manga? We've talked about it briefly in another video. If you've not watched that one, long story short, Kaiba killed somebody to get one of his blue eyes white dragons.
Jesus.
But his backstory, do you know how he became a billionaire? Because this is amazing.
Of course.
So, I think it's when he was about 8 years old, 12 years old, something like that, his dad gave him $10 million.
Yeah.
And said, you're not going to inherit any money unless you can double that money in a week. And he doubled it in a day by buying a company from somebody of a kind-hearted man and then saying, unless you buy it back for double the price, I'm going to fire all your workers. And there might be a few details off here and there, because that's my loose recollection of it, because I read it a few years ago. But yeah, he does just basically blackmail a guy into giving him double his own money back, or I'll fire all your workers.
What a savage.
He's the OG savage man.
Is that what you had?
Yeah. What's it called?
It's just called dual disc.
Oh, it is the dual disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it throws it and it pops out, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I always wondered though, because I kind of dropped off on the series, was there ever a character in it who wore two? Because I think that's just that's next level swag right there.
Yeah.
So can you imagine you go up to duel somebody and he rocks up with two of those things on his arm?
Just pick your...
He just runs up and he rocks up like a fucking Jaeger from Pacific Rim. I've got no chance. The man, he's got two things. It's when Kaiba rocks up to try and get Yugi's granddad's bloody Blue Eyes White Dragon. He's got the briefcase full of cards. Boom! like, trade me, motherfucker. Like, holy shit, man.
Whenever I hear that, though, I can think of the vagina monologues.
I was hoping because I think we all discovered that independently.
Yeah.
And then all just mentioned it to people know what we're talking about. There's this famous video out there called the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vagina Monologues, which is as exactly as stupid as it sounds. And it's just like someone dubbing over the first episode in the series, but they replace random words with the word vagina. And it's fucking hilarious. And it is one of my go-to videos when I'm at a house party. And you have that moment where, oh, let's put dumb stuff on YouTube that I know will make people laugh. So let's quickly talk about that, because do you have one of those go-to videos that you always put on that you think, I need to make people laugh? Bang, this goes on.
I mean, the channel I always probably put on's Fail Army.
Well, Fail Army is the classic, yeah. But is there any like specific ones that you look for to go, I need to show people a video that always makes me laugh?
Kids falling over. Kids falling over just finishes me off.
Every time.
It's just the
do
fact...
you want to rephrase that a bit, mate?
Sorry, I'll rephrase that better.
We're like thinking like a specific video though. And while you're thinking, Adam, I'm going to throw out a couple of mine. The first of which is Concrete Buffer Gone Wild, which is just a concrete buffer. It's just spinning. It's just spinning. And some people filming it from like an office, and they're just staring at it. There's always workmen just looking at it, going. And then it's like they keep grabbing it, and they try to grab it, and then they come with a stick, and like the guy who's watching it is documenting it like a nature documentary, and it's like, oh, it's so good. The clip of which will be in now. So you've had time to think now. You've got a specific video that you always put on and go, this is it.
There's one clip in a video, she's like news fails.
Okay.
And it's this lady reporting about like, she's at this like DIY shop and they're putting up a photo frame. And then she gets to hammer the nail into the wall. straight through the wall.
Well, news reports, mine's always, it's a lady in a horse stable or something. And in the background, a horse tries to jump over something. But the horse, like, gets its front leg stuck and goes completely vertical in the air and falls down. It's so good. I'm going to bring it up now. I don't care. Well, fucking, it's my channel. I'll do what I want. Oh, mate. Where is it? YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Oh, man. I need to show you because it's 2 seconds long. It's amazing. Horse falls over fence. Oh, look at that. Autocorrect knows. Where is it? I'll find it. Adam, can everyone see? Can everyone see at home, folks?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I can bring it out here. Fuck. Every fucking, because it goes so vertical. I've never seen the amount of airtime achieved by a horse.
There's a guy that like I saw on another channel. It's called Superhuman.
Okay.
Have you seen anything of this guy? So it's this guy is in his backyard and his videos are just 20 seconds of him just hurting himself.
Oh.
And he does wrestling moves, but he always like introduces it the same way. And he's like, you'll say, oh, this is me doing a flying elbow drop onto some thumbtacks and a light bulb. And he starts taking his shirt off and screaming. And he goes, fuck this shit! And just does it. That's a go-to.
Another one that I always put on is Bird Knows What's Up. It's just some guys looking down a pipe and it's like, dude, there's a bird. No, I'm telling you, there's a bird. Look, it knows what's good. It's in there. And then just like this bird head pokes up. Ah! Every fucking time it gets me. Oh, that's slays. And then obviously Doggo Force. But
Yeah.
is it time to bring that back?
Oh, Doggo Force.
Well, but you know what? End of the video, Doggo Force. Let's go. Right, so.
So bring it back to Kaiba then. What's this about him being based on a real dude?
Well, according to the guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh, Kazuki Takahashi, I hope I'm pronouncing that. I get his name right and then mispronounce. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing. Well, according to one Kazuki Takahashi, the guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh, Seto Kaiba, the character, was inspired by a story told to him by a friend. And this friend was trying to get into a collectible card game, but didn't really know where to start, and surmised that the best way to, just learn about the game would be ask someone who likes the game a lot and is very good at it. So they approached a veteran card collector, a self-professed expert on this game, to just pick their brains. Do you have any advice for a newer player? And this person turned to them and in the most smug and derisive manner possible says, talk to me when you've collected 10,000 cards, and walked away. And Takahashi recalls that he was at first very annoyed by this story, that someone could be such a smug, arrogant bellend over something as inconsequential as a card game. But over time he realised that would actually be a really good character trait for a villain. And obviously that evolved into Seto Kaiba, a smug, arrogant dickhead who can't take the fact he loses to someone who plays the game for fun.
Yeah.
And because obviously he takes it the most serious of anyone. And I think it makes for a very compelling villain because you kind of like Kaiba, but you also want to see him lose.
Yeah.
And that's like a very anime thing. It's like Frieza is a similar one where
Frieza.
he's such a charismatic villain because he's such a dick and he knows that he's a dick.
Yeah.
And he can back up everything that he says, but you also like to see him get his comeuppance. So in that vein, favourite Frieza getting his shit pushed in moment. Because I know you're a big fan of the Dragon Balls as well.
I think it's just like after, the battle on Namek and stuff, and he returned to Earth, like, right, round 2, I'll just finish him off.
Robot, I'm ready.
And then Trunks just chops him up and finishes him. It's just like nothing.
I think mine is in the Broly movie, the Super Broly movie, where Frieza engineers the battle between Broly and like Goku and Vegeta. It's like, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to kill the Saiyans with another Saiyan.
Yeah.
And they run past him and go, heads up, Frieza, and Broly just, boom, just arm past him and kicks the shit out of him for like an hour straight as they learn to do the fusion dance. Just that moment they fly past him, heads up, Frieza. What? Boom!
Just Broly.
Oh, he just gets fucking steamrolled by just this unit, just this man. Oh, it's so good because I love that bit where he goes, "You dare defy like an emperor," and he turns golden, and Broly just grabs him by the leg and just starts spinning him around at like 1,000 miles an hour. I love Broly in that movie because of like the little hints, the fact he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He fights like a wild animal because he's never learned to fight properly. And that's why he fires like ki blasts out of his face, because he doesn't know how to control them properly. Just that moment where he just screams and fires ki blasts in every conceivable direction at once. Oh,
I want to watch
good.
it again now.
I just like that moment where they punch each other and just the entire universe collapses and they just go fight in the sex dimension for like 30 seconds and no one ever questions it. And I bring it back to Kaiba to end the video, but I'd rather just end it on a clip from Dragon Ball. Oh, I don't know if I can do Doggo Force, mate. I don't know if I can do it. So, I'll pass you the laptop so you can Google it. There we go. So there might be some new fans of the channel like wondering, what's this Doggo Force thing about? So, to clarify, it's one of those videos that always makes me laugh, like we discussed earlier. And I have not watched it in about 8 months because I can't, because it nearly kills me every time.
Yeah,
and I can already see Adam's face. He's Googled it and you can see the thumbnail.
It's just the caption. 200 beats per minute balks and sniffs.
So I need to prepare myself, and I need to mentally prepare myself. I can't handle this. This is one of those videos that when we're at house parties, you can confirm, Adam, you've seen it come on in the background.
You can't breathe.
I can't breathe. No. So okay, I'm ready. Come on. You didn't show me the video. I need to see it. It's the video that does it. Start it again. So I need to physically see. It's the little dog's face that does it
Do you
for
want me
me.
to put it in front of the camera?
You can just show it to me. That'd be easy way because I think there'll be like a picture-in-picture of it. Oh.
200 beats per minute. Balks and sniffs.
It's the next bit that does it. Oh man, I would have a 6-pack if I watched that every day.
I was going to stop that before you do pass out.
Oh god, it gets me. I don't know what it is. Like everyone has those videos, don't they? Like there's just those things that you watch and they make you crease instantaneously. It's like for me, like the only other one that gets as close to making me laugh that hard is the Super Best Friends, like their Harry Potter video they did. Where it's like the Harry Potter Connect video, and they're doing like the duels in it, but you've got to do it in front of Connect.
Yeah.
So one of them playing as Hermione, he just lifts his legs up, that's firing blasts from the vagina. The bit where he's just like, you've got to like cast a spell, so he's just sat in front of like the Connect thing going, whoa, yeah, come on Hermione, check this shit out. Just that's